Attention! The following video contains an embarrassing photo of myself from the late 90s that I have unsuccessfully tried to erase from my memory. This was a very different time, and while I am not proud of my actions, I am man enough to admit that they happened, especially if it helps someone else out in the long run. Thank you, and enjoy.
Hell no, oh my damn, this that shit, don't look back, I don't miss that shit, oh my damn, this that shit, don't look back, I don't miss that shit, oh my damn.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I am Joel or NobodyEpic, and this is Awkward Situations, the first episode of 2014. I'm very excited. This is going to be a great year, unless I die this year, which that would be really sad that I said this and then I die. Anyway, let's not talk about the future. This is the series where you guys write your real-life, honest, awkward situations that have happened to you in the comment section of this video, and then I talk about them, tell you how and if they relate to my life. There's tears, laughter, and maybe happily ever after, but maybe you die a sad old man with cats. Which, I mean, how could you be sad if you have cats? They're such loving, kind, gentle, and furry creatures, but I don't know, this is getting kind of weird. I did want to make a note before I started with today's awkward situations that not being able to talk to a girl that you have a crush on is not an awkward situation. Or it is, but it's not specific enough. This awkward situation episode right here that you're watching has something kind of based around that, but it's more specific, and it's something that I can relate to, and I think something that all of us will be able to relate to in some way. I want you guys to get specific, but I don't want it to be 3 paragraphs long. So if you guys can find a way to do that without faking things or whatever and upvote the awkward situations that you want to see in the episode, I would really appreciate it, and we will get started with today's awkward situation right now. Today's first awkward situation says, "Hey nobody, I need help. This is going to sound really stupid, but there's this girl I like in my high school who licks guys with piercings and tattoos. That sounds nice. I really want her to like me, so I asked my older sister to pierce my ears. She's in college and she has done it before. The right one turned out okay, but my left ear got really infected and gross looking and it hurts really bad. But I'm really embarrassed and I don't want her to see it. Please help." I'm really sorry to hear about your ear, man. I don't think I've ever had an ear infection that bad, but I have heard One Direction on the radio before, so I know what it's like to have an intolerable pain in your ear. And I think this is going to be a lifelong lesson for you that just because somebody has, quote, done it before does not mean they should do it again. This person, your sister, is not an ear-piercing professional, I'm going to assume, and I bet she pierced your ear with a pen she was using to draw pictures on her homework with, or something like that. This was obviously a very dangerous situation, and you can just take solace in the fact that it did not end up in herpes, because that's normally what happens in situations like this, herpes or AIDS or something. This is not going to last with you for a long time, and if you have to cut off your ear, you have another one, but you don't have another penis, so we will just move on. I've had a situation kind of like this happen for me. I'm kind of thinking about how you try to change yourself to please other people, because that's what this guy was doing. And in like the like mid 90s and late 90s when I was in school and early 2000s, the band NSYNC was really popular, or boy bands in general. See, I was making fun of One Direction, and then I'm talking about NSYNC. It's the same thing, people. We're just 10 years in the future. Anyway, the NSYNC was really popular, and they had like the bleached hair, and Justin Timberlake did, and he was really cool. And a lot of my friends in school bleached their hair. And I have always, like, if I had to say a self-esteem issue, I guess it would be I have a really weird hairline. It's not super, oh, damn. Yeah, this is a crazy game. I should have died there, but you guys will see this game is really intense. Anyway, I've had a weird hairline ever since I was born, so I guess I'm kind of self-conscious about that. But I wanted to have cool hair like all of my classmates and NSYNC or whatever, so I dyed my hair blonde. But I dyed it especially blonde because I wanted to have the blondest blonde hair, and it stuck with me for a while, for a few years, and my hair looked like shit for a couple of years. And let's just get to the photo. I want to show you guys a photo I think was taken around the year 2000. And let's just look at it right here. So yeah, I'm not gonna leave this photo on the screen for more than 15 seconds because I don't want this to haunt anyone's nightmares, but I will leave a photo image link in the description if you wanna follow along as I narrate this catastrophe. It all started with one bottle of Sun-In bleach hairspray that smells like lemons and probably got me high at a very young age. and it downward spiraled into whatever this is. The look I was going for here was traffic cone. I was not going to die by getting hit by a car. I was going to die by people beating me up for looking like an orange Jolly Rancher. So that's what this is. I'm not sure what shoe brand that is. That looks like Adidas, kind of like some off-brand Adidas. Very cheap because I spent all of my money that my parents spent all of their money on bleach hairspray for me. So very unfortunate. I'm going just after even looking at this photo, I'm going to send my parents $100 for however much that chemical shit cost in my head. But getting back to the outfit below my hair. Those pants were like windbreaker pants, and let me get a few pieces of paper. So in case you guys don't know what they sound like, I guess, is it nylon, or I don't know what material it is, but when I was walking it would sound like this. Yeah, so I'm not sneaking up on anybody in those pants, but goddamn, did they look terrible. But actually, I thought they looked cool at the time. They matched my cool Old Navy top that says Old Navy in the middle. Like, yeah, this is what I'm repping, cheap denim jeans. Yeah, your grandma shops here, and I'm banging her. I don't know. Old Navy, wow. I don't know why I would want to rep that brand in an orange shirt, but that's just what I was feeling this day when I went to see Santa Claus. And speaking of Santa Claus, his face is way too red. It looks like he just ate out a girl on her period. I'm sorry if that was extremely graphic, but seriously, look at the guy. And he's just staring at the camera and being really creepy. Anyway, back to my face. My ears look very pointy, and my hair looks like a lion's mane, and I'm sure it smelled like Pledge, the cleaning solution with lemons in it, but I don't know, it was just the look back in the day. It's weird because I'm looking at the photo right now. I'm looking myself in my eyes 13 years ago, and I don't really know what I see. I see a confused boy. I was still very tall. I see a man who didn't know his path, or I see a boy who didn't know his path, and now when I look in the mirror, I see a man, but I'm like, I should do more push-ups or something. I don't know. But it's weird to look at this old photo, and I guess the moral of the story is I didn't get any bitches for dyeing my hair blonde. It was not until I corrected my hairstyle to basically what it is today until I landed any females. So don't try to change yourself for women, because if you're going to try to get a girl that wants something that you are not, and you try to be that thing, you're going to be a falsified version of that thing, or not what she's looking for anyway. So just completely erase this bitch from your head. She wants piercings and tattoos. Well, I don't know, it'd probably be better for you to get a lower back tattoo, but don't get it from some gas station attendant that says, yeah, I've done that before, tattoos, prison. Because then you'll get AIDS and die. So we will end on that positive note. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Awkward Situation. Please write your own awkward situations in the comments, and have a great day.
Let me say it loud. Look, mom, dad, I'm a rapper. Aren't you proud?